Countdown to biggest demolition. NDRF teams are at the demolition site. The rescue teams are at the demolition site. NDRF is conducting last-minute checks at this point. Hours before the Twin Towers turn into dust, the countdown begins to the biggest demolition. And hours before that, the NDRF teams have reached the demolition site. Visuals on your screens from Supertech Twin Towers in Noida. Rescue teams are at the demolition site. The NDRF is conducting last-minute checks. That is the latest coming in. The roads around and around 500 meters around that area, all of that has been sealed. We've been bringing you the latest updates in terms of what could be the health and safety concerns, the precautions that you need to take as well. If you are living around that area, it is India's biggest demolition of the Twin Towers, turning into dust, and this is the countdown. It is begun. The big breaking news is about the NDRF teams reaching demolition site. Shreya joins us live. Shreya, the rescue teams at the site. The last-minute checks are going on. What's happening, and what more can you add to this?
Well, Chetty, what you see on our screens right now is the lift mag that's just made into the way towards the Twin Towers. Now, these are emergency vehicles on standby for a contingency plan in case anything untoward happen, something which none of us are expecting. Now, where I'm standing right now, this is barely 200 meters from where the Twin Towers stand, and in at 2:30 today, we will see that being demolished. Now, NDRF teams are in place. We know the ACP traffic is the nodal person who is coordinating the green corridor facility if at all anything untoward happens. There are 10 hospitals that have been marked if at all there is any untoward mishaps that take place. But other than that, the remaining security plans are that of the anti-smog guns. There are water sprinklers, because remember, the other concern is about the dust particles. There has been a major contention that there will be a massive rise in PM10 particles in the air quality, and that's the reason there have been multiple advisories issued by these particular buildings that are adjacent to the Supertech Twin Towers. So these are the preparation under its way that you can see on our screens. Lift max making ways, police team on their way, water sprinklers, anti-smog guns, everything on standby, because hours from now we will see the structure being demolished.
Few hours to go, Shreya, like you rightly mentioned, and NDRF teams are at the demolition site, rescue teams at the demolition site as well, NDRF teams conducting last-minute checks. Shreya, is there any concern, any advisory going out to the people who are living around that area? If you have those updates, if you could tell our viewers what they are.
Well, the entire evacuation has been completely done by 7 a.m. Chetty. The maintenance staff of both the high-rises that was near the Twin Towers, they have evacuated at 9 a.m. We've seen not just human beings, there have been safety measures for even the dogs in and around the area who were there. There were NGOs in place, and as you can see, the entire movement, see, these are water tanks that are also making way, because once that dust particle rises, there should be enough water for water sprinkling to ensure that the dust particles settle. So starting now, we are seeing that all the water tankers one by one are making way nearby inside the Twin Towers. There was a lift mag that I earlier showed on to our viewers who are tuning in. These are the contingency plan, because we're talking about any mishap, but more or less the entire evacuation is done. There's no person living over there. However, another point of contention is the health hazard, because with the rise of dust, with the rise of PM10 particles in the air, there will be a possibility of those suffering from breathing hazards such as asthma, bronchitis. They could face a trouble, and that's the reason you see these water tankers have just made the way. They will serve as sprinklers. Apart from that, we've seen anti-smog guns also be in place. So this is an entire preparation at its last leg. Few hours from now, say 2.5 hours to 3 hours from now, we will be seeing this tower being demolished.